Street lights fade, a whispered sound, following a map of stars we found. A new journey starts right now, leaving solid ground.
Oh, spaghetti.
โอเคป่ะ
เ
Ya, pero la botella de Coca-Cola que
Station number D07. Please exit on the left. まもなく小畑です。お出口は左側です。We will soon be making a group stop at 小畑 Station number D07. Please exit on the left.
千葉。Take a hot drink. Sit here.
ป้อนมา
ว้าวเขาเลิศเหรอ
Ooh. Look at this. have doctor.
I want to eat this. What?
Come here. Come here. You see any like why this thing is have green like here? But
Oh,
there's
maybe the
nothing.
effect lah.
Effect for like
For the video, try to capture the light on it. This can woke up.
oh, this one can take picture if in the daytime. Have sakura and the stair can walk like your name now. Sad.
Come again, maybe. You wanna continue you go away or go back the way?
Should walk back now.
Huh?
Should walk back. あよかったなえたに好きやなるなきやえがなそのけね
提供として到着となります。ご利用のお客様には大変ご迷惑をおかけいたしますことをお詫び申し上げます。先頭から9号車、8号車の順に一番後ろが1号車です。全3形席です。乗車券の反則9点ご用意ください。ナンバーバールーズオールリザーブドシートオンリー、ノーリザーブドシートトレイン、プラットフォーム5。